Hello and welcome. I'm Night's Angel, and this is just a Folf on the road. Good morning. Alrighty. First and foremost, today's topics were suggested to me on Furry after I had posted the question about what should I discuss on just the Folf of the road. And thanks to one Nightwolf, we have today's topic. Well, topics. The initial topic is about the fandom itself. When I had posed the question, Nightwolf had suggested that I talk about how wonderful the fandom is. And granted, it is. However, I ended up getting into a discussion with him or them, I'm not sure, nor am I going to ponder that. But either way, I initially didn't thought it just to be a sugar-coated idea. And what I mean by that is just talking about how wonderful something is. Yeah, that's a great thing to do, but at the same point in time, you have to keep the reality of the situation in. Yeah, overall the fandom's wonderful, but like anything else, you are going to run into problems. That's just life. You're going to run into people who are going to try and make your life miserable, either because they're miserable, or they get a kick out of ruining somebody's day. That all said and done. Yeah, the fandom is wonderful. Yeah, I'm repeating myself. I do that occasionally. I hate repeating myself though. That's the ridiculous part. But anyway, depending on how many of you read my work, watched my videos, or any of that, no, I am just a small part of the family. I am one individual. I have a small number of followers. I have a small fan base for my written works and this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, it's almost a puddle. It's raining a bit here, so I almost stepped in a puddle in mud. So, whee! But anyway, and I'm actually happy with the results of what I have. I'm not expecting in all honesty, I'm not expecting to get any views on anything I do. So it's a wonderful surprise to see that. It's wonderful to see how endearing people are. And honestly, just counting views doesn't mean much. Seeing likes, seeing a number of likes on something, yeah, it's nice. But it's one of those things. Seeing comments actually brings it home for me. Because you see comments on a video or work or something, it means that you've actually inspired somebody to respond to it. To what degree? It may vary. It could be as small as, oh, hey, good work. Or as expansive as writing your own novel in the comment section. It's just one of those things. But that's one of the things that actually makes the fandom good is the feedback. When you get feedback, positive or negative, regardless of whether or not it's positive criticism, negative criticism, or somebody just sharing their thoughts on something or asking a question, that shows that you've actually connected with somebody. And that's what the fandom is about. Well, that's what any fandom is about. It's about making connections. Making connections with people. Which this also leads into the second topic. Sugarcoating. What do I mean? Simple. When you sugarcoat something, you actually make it seem you're trying to make it look better. You're trying to make it look like it's something that it's not. And is that a bad thing? At times, yes. Others, not so much. There are pros and cons with every decision, and sugarcoating is one of them. Because when you sugarcoat something, you're trying to make it seem like it's better than what it really is. Now, why do I bring that point back up? Because if it's something bad, you're trying to put a positive spin on it. You're trying to make it look like it's not as bad. Or, pretty much not as bad, but that's just one of those aspects. But when something's good and you sugarcoat it, you take away from the value it already had because you're trying to make it seem better. Better's not a bad thing. But at the same point in time, is it really that good if you have to try and make it seem better? Which that was actually the second thought which actually led into the second thought of the topic suggested for today was why do we sugarcoat things? Why do we have to make things seem better than they actually are? Well, for one, let's face it, good, better, and different, we all sell things. How we sell things is based off of how it's presented. You have to give bad news to somebody. You don't want to give bad news to anybody, for the most part, unless you're just being cynical, but generally when you have to break bad news to somebody, your first response is to lessen the blow, to sugarcoat it, to make it seem like it's not as bad. And in some situations, yes, then it's appropriate. But at some point, reality's going to set in. And that's when that's when you can find problems. Because it's when you sugarcoat things the wrong way. Yeah, there's pretty much always a right and wrong way to do things. But at the same point in time, there's no such thing as right and wrong. Because it's all a matter of moral decisions. But that's a completely different video to discuss. Although it would be an interesting one, yes. But regardless, the idea is, if you sugarcoat things the wrong way, or a particular way, regardless of your intention, it's going to fail. I prefer to be blunt, because it's easier. Yeah, people aren't going to like the results. People are going to probably hate you at times. But it's the whole I had the light all the time. But it's the whole idea that you're going off of being blunt just means you're not pulling any punches. You're saying it as it is. And that has its own pros and cons too. Trying to deter or adjust or anything like that a person's mindset sometimes is the wrong idea. And it's all a matter of tactic. There's a fine line between just sugarcoating and being blunt, where, well, actually it's kind of a wide gray area if you looked at it a certain way, where you have to give a certain level of consideration to things. Yeah, you don't know how somebody's going to react to something you say, and sometimes that can be entertaining. God knows how many times I've done it to people. Just randomly walk into a conversation, say something completely off the wall, unexpected, and completely out of nowhere. And you get a variety of reactions. Somebody's going to get angry. Somebody's going to find it hilarious. But one of the things that actually makes some of the things I do like that hilarious is I do it completely straight face. But that also goes into a problem I have. I don't express emotions very well. I don't express myself very well in certain regards. Yeah, I can spout off miles of information. But showing a natural smile is difficult. I can mimic emotions. That's easy to do. Which for some people makes it even harder to read me, because you can't actually tell what I'm thinking. And that's the same with a lot of people. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, and it's obscure, but when it comes to sharing an idea, you have to find that gray when you do it. Because, yeah, you want it to sound good. You want to make it the best you possibly can. But you have to remember, not everybody works on the same page. Not everybody works the same. And it's raining. Good thing I brought an umbrella. Yeah! Woohoo! But, honestly, that's one of those things. You just gotta learn to live in the gray. I know it's an absurd thing. I know it doesn't make much sense, but it's what makes sense. And yeah, I know that's just counterintuitive. I said, yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but it makes sense. But that's because I'm talking from my perspective. The concept of living in a gray, which may be something I'll talk about later, but the point is, there are pros and cons to sugarcoating things, just like there are pros and cons to being blunt. It's all a matter of tactics. And when you find that right balance of sweet and tart, it just works. And I'll admit, as one of my friends puts it, as far as delivering information, I'm as tactful as a mace to the, nether region. But I try. I try and lighten my blows, pull my punches, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm not out to hurt anybody. When I'm being brutally honest, I'm not doing it to be malicious. I'm calling it as it is. But anyway, I've been rambling on for a good bit. So, I may carry this over into another topic, or what have you. So let's go ahead and call it here. If you got anything to say about it, do so. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to get your opinion. Who knows? You might actually prove me wrong. So, pretty much, go ahead and share your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, ideas, feelings, insults, what have you, down in the comments. If you feel like it, push the buttons, the big red one, the little bell, thumbs up, maybe the thumbs down, I don't know. That part's up to you. And pretty much, as always, I'm Night's Angel. This has been just a Folf on the road. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a better day. Peace.